Okay, so here we have a rectangular, so that's the shape of the base, swimming pool, and Mitzi fills it with water to a depth of 5 feet. So such water has a volume of 12,000 cubic feet. So now we need to draw, but first we need to find out the dimensions of said rectangle. We know that the volume would help if I was drawing. The volume will be the length times width of the rectangle that we're talking about times the height or depth of the water, which is 5. And that's going to be equal to 1,200 cubic feet. So to find the length times W, let's divide 1,200 divided by 5. And that's going to give us this section, length times width, which is what we need to draw in a rectangle. Calculate 1,200 divided by 5. 240. So what length times what width can give me 240? Why don't we just do 24 and 10? So 24 times 10 could be my length times width. We could do many other factors. 24, usually pools are so much longer. So that's fine, 24 and 10. So now I need to represent 24 and 10 using this tool, but it tells me that each little square is worth 2 feet. So how do I get 10 feet when I go by 2? Let me start with a point. And let me do, going by 2 is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then 24, hopefully I did this low enough, is going to go by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it should be a rectangle that in this case, oh no, I need to get to 24. So let me delete. Okay, so again, 10 is easy because I can get 5. 5 times 2 is 10. And then 24, so I actually need 12 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pretty long pole, but it still fits here. And then you will use the connect line and sorry, again, hello. I'm getting cross-eyed. It's a rectangle, not a trapezoid. So there you have it. I think that's a trapezoid. Maybe I should connect the lines to be sure. Yep. I don't know what's happening, but it's still a rectangle. Okay, and that's it. So divide the volume by the height and you get the other 2 dimensions, which was 240. 240 square feet. And so 240 can be 24 by 10. And because this is 2, each little square, instead of 24 by 10, my rectangle is going to be 5 by 12. And there you have it. Okay, here they want to know what the match is. So the trick here is to divide. Let's say we want to compare it to the first batch. So the first batch, those are the ratios 2, 1.5, and 1. So what do? We're going to divide 5 divided by 2. That's 2.5. And then we multiply it times this number. So 1 times 2.5 is 2.5. But 1.5 times 2.5 is not 3.5. So it cannot be that. So let's move to the next batch, batch 3. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. 3.5 times 1.5 is not going to be 5.5 either. So that doesn't work. 2 doesn't work, 3 doesn't work. What about 4? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 1.5 is 4.5. 2 times 3 is 6. 1.5 times 3 is 4.5. And 1 times 3 is 3. So yes, 4 matches. What about 5? Again, divide. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my magic number is 2. Now we go backwards. 2 times 2 is 4. 1.5 times 2 is 3. And 1 times 2 is 2. So that one matches 2. And then 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. And 1.5 times 1.5 is not going to give me 2. It's going to give me 225. So anyway, only batches 4 and 5 match the ratios. Next question. Okay, let's do this expression. In the first one, we need to distribute the 2 times the 3 over 5x, and then the 2 times 3. So that will give me 6 over 5x plus 6. Then this is like having a -1. If I multiply -1 times 2 over 3x, it's going to give me minus 2 over 3x. And -1 times -1 is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive 1. Okay, so they are all positive except for the -2 over 3. So as far as the numbers that do not have an x as a variable, I'm going to circle the 6 and the 1, and the answer is going to be 7. Those are those numbers. Now let me deal with the fractions. 6 over 5 minus 2 over 3. We need to find a common denominator. 5 times 3 is going to be 15. So we do 15 divided by 5 is 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18 over 15 minus 15 divided by 3 is 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 5 times 2 is 10 over 15. So we only subtract the top. 18 minus 10 is 8 over 15. 8 over 15 x. So that's my other value. 8 over 15 x plus 7. So we have to write it here in this little table, not a calculator. So here's the fraction. And I'm going to type 8 over no, that's not what I wanted to do. This is why we ask you to practice. 8 over 15, let's come out with the cursor, x plus 7. Now let me double check the math. 2 times 3 is 6 over 5x, 2 times 3 is 6, negative, and then positive 1. 6 and 1 is 7, that's correct. The fraction is going to be the one that's going to be tricky because of the unlike denominators. Multiply it times 515. It's going to be 18 over 10. It's 8 over 15. That is correct. That is correct. The only thing I didn't show you properly was that once you multiply 5 times 3, right, times, how do I get the numerator? I have to do like this. If you have 6 over 5 and you want to make it into a 15, you would have to multiply times 3 on the bottom and times 3 on the top. That will give you 18. So that's why I put 18 right there inside the box. And the other number is 2 over 3. How do I make it to get into 15th? So times 5 and bottom and top, and 2 times 5 is 10. When you subtract, it's 8 over 15. Okay, that will do it. Hopefully that helped. Okay. Here the possibility, there are 16 and 4 of each color. So we know that the probability for each of them is 1 over 4. 1 over 4 in theory, but we don't have a theory. We have a trial, and it was 7 times. So what is 1 over 4? That's 25% chances, or 0.25. If we multiply that times 7, 7 times 0.25 is equal to 1.75. So we're looking for a number that is the most alike 1.75, the closest. So which marble color observed frequency is closest to the expected? The expected frequency, of course, in theory is 1.75. So we're looking for 2. Which number appears twice? Which color, sorry, appears twice? Blue. Yellow has too many, red has too few. So the answer is blue. Just like that. Blue. Okay, finally for this video, we have a straight angle. That's a straight line. It measures 180 degrees. So I have to add all these x's. 7x plus 8x. Remember, we're not timing, it's just a number unknown is an x. Plus 44.4 is equal to 180 degrees. We know we're talking in degrees. So 15x, if I add 7 and 8 x's, I'm going to get 15 x's. That's going to be equal to the difference between 180 and 44.4. So 180 minus 44.4, and 15 x's altogether are equal to 135.6. So we need to find out what 1x is in order to find out how many are 8x's. So let me clear this just in case, since I have it written on the side. So I'm going to clear and type 135.6 divided by 15. And I get that each 1x is equal to 904, 9.04. But I need 8 of them to find the yellow angle. So times 8 I'm gonna get 8x and times 8 on the right side of the equation. Let's see. Let me clear just in case. So 9.04 times 8, 7232. And that's what I type here in my answer box. And we are done with this question, and we are done with this section of the video, section 3. We'll see you, we're almost done, so hang in there. We may have no more than 2 more videos. Maybe I can knock it off in 1. So for now, this is going to be the end of this video.